Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga School. I am your professor, Yogi John. I want you to pull out your blue books and a number 2 pencil. We'll get right to this. So our practice today, we're going to be kind of breaking down a couple of poses, very common poses, but just going to give you some background and some stories behind some of the postures that we do all the time. And just to give you a little bit more of a context of the pose, but also as it relates to your practice and you personally, in seeing if you can see the relationship between you and that pose. And maybe it can bring you more awareness of more of a connection to that posture and how and when you practice these poses. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Welcome, everybody. We'll begin here. Just make your way up to the top of your mat, just leaving a little space between your toes and the front edge of your mat. And even be aware of the alignment of your feet and toes. If you're able, have your toes pointing directly forward and your feet and ankles right underneath your hips. Just creating this strong foundation for yourself. And as we take root, we also connect to breath. So take a few deep breaths. Nice full inhale. And exhale through your mouth with a sigh. And do that again. Full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, release. Good. Maybe a light circle with your shoulders. Roll them backward a few times and forward. Even movement of your head and neck, maybe ear to shoulder. Turning your head gently, side to side, and even up and down if you'd like. Just gently and slowly. And just work your way down your body. Check in, tune in, notice how you feel. Allow your body to speak to you. What does your body need today? How can your moving yoga practice assist you today? And as you're moving, we're still connecting to breath, so continue your slow, steady breaths in and out. Good. The breath allows you to move inward, taking a close look inside. Allow your breath to guide you on this journey this morning. This journey of introspection, new perspectives. And our theme, along with that, is just power, strength, energy, and how you can use that energy. And also to honor the strength and energy that you have within you. Just deepen the breath, adding more energy. So a full breath in, really feel that expansion in your lungs. And with the exhale, as you're able, pull or draw your belly button in towards your spine. It's a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. We're engaging the abdominal lock. Again, breathing in, it feels like breath is floating upward to fill your lungs, as well as lengthening your spine. Exhale, pull belly in, connect. And continue to breathe in that fashion as you're able. Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, allows us to be strong in our mountain pose, in steadiness, in stillness. It'll give us strength and endurance as we move our bodies. Continue breathing. And just that reminder, this is your practice. Move in a way that feels good to you. Modify any poses, even skip poses. Listen to your body, honor your body. Rest whenever you need to. Let's prepare our bodies to move by taking 3 more deep breaths. relying on this resource of energy, breath, prana. When you're ready to move, inhale and extend your arms out and up. Create a nice stretch, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive forward. So you're spreading your wings, bend your knees, and just slowly making your way down. Now you might touch your toes, but of course you don't have to touch your toes. Maybe your hands land just below your knees. Inhale, slide your hands up the shins, pausing when you're halfway up, parallel to the floor. Then exhale to slide back down to your forward fold. And we'll hold here for a moment. Nice. You can certainly add movement here as it feels good. You're still breathing deeply in and out. And if you need to, always modify the pose. If you feel like you're too low, just bring the hands up to your shins, your knees, or your thighs. And wherever you are, just notice sensation. What do you feel? Maybe a stretch through the hamstrings, your low glutes. Feel the curvature of the spine. Even relax your head. Maybe nod yes a few times. Shake your head no gently. Circle the shoulders again. Even circle the arms as if you were stirring a big pot of soup. Just getting into the shoulder girdle there. 2 more breaths. We'll carefully make our way back up to standing. So first, shift your weight into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. You might bring hands to thighs to help extend spine. Then free the hands and inhale to reach out and up. Big stretch. Exhale, bring your palms together down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side to finish that flow. That's our half salute to the sun. Adding movement to the breath. Let's do that again. Same thing. Inhale, sweep arms out and up. Good length, good stretch. Yes, exhale, fold forward, leading with your heart. Soften the knees. Guide your way down. That's a good control. Inhale, rise up halfway. Slide your hands up to your shins. Long, flat back like a table. And exhale, fold. Back down we go. Release head, neck, and shoulders. Just here briefly. Then again, shifting weight back into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips, start lifting and extending upper body. Then inhale, reach out and up with the arms. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side. Finishing, holding, breathing. A wonderful opportunity just to set a personal intention. And even if you don't set one here, maybe it'll come to you later in the practice. Let's continue our flow. Move at your own pace. Inhale, reach out and up. Another nice stretch. Good. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Soft knees. Good. Make your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine, flat back. On this exhale, fold all the way down, low enough so you can place your hands on your mat near the front edge of your mat. And walk or step both feet to the back end of your mat. Hold here. So really our first pose where we tap into strength. Okay? So feel the energy and power and strength in your body in this position. Feel as if you're trying to push the floor farther away from you, very active. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees slightly and send your hips up into the air. Your head and chest will sink between the arms. Knees remain soft so that the hips feel like they're still floating upward. That will help to extend the spine as you now arrive in your downward facing dog. If you need to, make some adjustments of where your feet are on your mat or even your hands. But just as you were in plank pose, press firmly into the ground. Push and feel that shift of energy. It's like you turned a light switch on of just that power in your arms, shoulders, and chest. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Feel like the crown of your head is leading you forward. That's it. Exhale, fold again. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, lower hips, and let's rise up. Inhale, sweep arms out and up into the sky. This exhale, take chair pose. We're just going to keep this in motion. So there's a shift of weight back into hips and heels. Toes may feel light. You can easily lift them or tap them. Nice outstretched arms. Let's breathe in. And exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, elongate through spine, slide hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold, bring your hands to the ground out in front of you. Walk, step, or that power jump back to plank pose. Same thing, let's just dive into the energy of this posture. Push the ground away. Feel the energy, move up the arms, maybe down the body towards your feet. You can take that same shortcut to down dog if you like, or with your exhale, bend elbows to finish your push-up. You certainly can bring knees to the floor first, then chest. Your inhale next is a back bend. It could be a very low back bend like cobra. Okay, or rising high to upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck toes under, send your hips into the sky, head sinks, arriving in downward facing dog. Same thing, make some adjustments with feet and hands. Hold in stillness if you'd like, or add movement here. Yeah, a little pedaling of the feet might feel nice. If your hands or wrists get fatigued, just come down to your knees, maybe sit back into child's pose. Good. If you made it to child's pose, let's come back up to down dog. Let's just add a quick lunge here, or warrior one sequence. So inhale, extend right leg up and back, just reaching long. And exhale, we'll send right foot to the top of the mat. Let it land behind the right hand. Turn your back leg and get the heel on the floor, so your whole foot's on the floor, shifting your weight back into that foot. So your hands feel light, you can easily rise up. Here's warrior one. Just holding for a moment here, reaching high, lunging low. Inhale again. And exhale, just carefully fold. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Slide right foot back to meet the other plank pose. Make your way to down dog. You can always take that shortcut or move through the full vinyasa. You can certainly modify it, or any sequence of movements that will get you to downward facing dog will always meet there. Settle into your inverted posture of down dog. We'll do the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up and back, reaching long. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat, or just behind the left hand is good. Right heel turns to the floor, root back, find balance between the feet. Light hand so you can rise up, holding for a moment. Just introducing the body to this pose, a very familiar posture. We'll take another breath in. And exhale to fold. Hands back down to the earth. Slide left foot back, plank pose. And again, just complete your series. Meeting in down dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. Good. And now come down to your knees. Now, does everyone have two blocks? And a strap. That's good. Okay. So you want to arrange your blocks so they're like this, near the top of the mat on the outside. I call this level 3, so the highest point here. Now, yoga school. We're going to break down the warrior poses. So we already did warrior one. We're going to come back to warrior one. I'm going to break it down for us. And so when we're in down dog, I'm going to have you send a foot forward. And I'll talk about that rooting of the feet. Stay here, okay? Don't rise up too quickly because I'm going to break it down as far as how we'll get up from here. All righty? So let's return to a down dog and I'll guide you. Good. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. We're going to hold it here for a moment just so you can continue to feel strength in the upper body by pressing firmly into the floor with your hands, but you're also elongating through the body as the foot lifts up into the air or just reaches back to the back wall. Inhale again. Exhale, step right foot to the top of the mat or behind the right hand. Stay here, but do turn that back leg so the heel is on the floor. All right, going to bring in the blocks. Okay, with the hands and just come up onto the blocks with the hands and just push into the blocks to straighten the arms. So maybe we're here and we're pushing here. And you're using that sensation to extend the spine like you're moving forward. As it feels like you're taking flight and moving forward, we're really pressing that back foot firmly into the ground. From here, we're just going to climb up the body. Bring your hands up to mid-thigh. Same thing. Push into thigh and pause here at about 45 degrees. Still having this length, feeling like you're in motion here. Free your hands, reach them out to the side, rise up, reach up, and as you reach up, go ahead and straighten this leg a little bit so you really experience that lifting sensation. Keep lifting, but then lunge and hold the warrior one. Hold here for a moment, nice extension of the arms. Alrighty, we're going to stay in the lunge, but relax the arms. Just bring your hands to your hips. Okay? Even get a sense of where and how your hips are and how they feel. So warrior one, Virabhadrasana I, Virabhadrasana. There's a story that goes along with our warrior poses. Virabhadra is a warrior, okay? And he was created by Shiva. Shiva, there's many stories about Virabhadra's creation, but one story is Shiva. There's some depictions of him with dreadlocks, and he pulls one of his dreads, and he throws it into the ground, into the mud, and it kind of swirls around. And what emerges out of the earth is the warrior Virabhadra. So that's the representation. So inhale, extend both arms up. That's the warrior being created. So even think and feel perhaps how you are a warrior, or even think about the themes of beginnings or creation. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Okay? Just bring the hands to the floor. Maybe move the blocks, bring hands to the floor. We'll slide right foot back, plank pose. Again, make your way to down dog, either the shortcut way or taking the full flow to get you there. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. All right, so we're breaking it down. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg into the air, reach. We're holding, you're still breathing, you're getting longer, so perhaps a little bit more effort of really extending the leg. It doesn't have to lift higher, it's just trying to reach to the back wall. Hands press firmly into the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat or behind the left hand, stay there. Turn right heel to the floor, put some weight back there. But then bring in the blocks again, doing the same thing. The back is slightly rounded. We want to push into the blocks to straighten the arms, then extend like you're trying to come forward. So we're really taking the back out of the equation as we rise up. Root or press more firmly into the floor. Look at my body. It's going to be subtle, but what you want to do is feel like you're shifting back. Okay, I'm just pushing back, so I'm putting more weight into that back foot. Hands on thigh, same thing. Press to lift, to come to this 45-degree angle. Feel that straightness from crown, down the back, past your hips, down to that back foot. Strong connection to the floor with both feet. Free your arms. Reach out and up with an inhale. Keep rising. Straighten the leg a little bit. Then exhale, lunge, hold. Looking forward. Okay. Holding here, Virabhadrasana I. Creation, beginnings. Is there something new in your life? Something new about you? Breathe in. And exhale, we'll fold. Move the blocks, bring your hands to the ground. Slide left foot back, there's plank. And again, finish your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Good. We're going to do Warrior One again with a variation, and then we'll move into Warrior Two and talk about that. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg out. We're going to hold again. Hands press into the floor. Feel that energy in the arms, lengthening through the body, right out to that lifted foot. Inhale again. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, landing. Turn left heel to the floor. We're doing the same thing. Bring in the blocks. Press into blocks. Lift, extend, root, left foot into the floor. Even shift the weight back a little bit so you really feel connection to the ground. Hands to thigh, lift 45 degrees, extending. Sweep the arms out and up. Here's the change. You're going to bring hands together, interlace your fingers with the index fingers pointing up, and you look up. Okay? Hold here. So another variation of Warrior One. This is coming from the Ashtanga practice. And this really, I think, signifies, that coming up, rising, okay, out of the earth. Inhale. Exhale, open up to Warrior Two. So release the fingers, drop your arms down to parallel. And adjust your feet, okay? So you just feel solid and strong here. Good, stay right there where you are. But you're gonna bring your hands to your hips, okay? Just so you can relax the arms for a moment. Alrighty, so here in our lunge, no matter what distance you've created here, you wanna create balance. You have a line, that's your spine going down the center of your body. If it went out the end of your body and hit the floor, okay, you can even do this yourself. See if there's equidistance between that point in the front heel and the back foot. That's your balance. Your center is here. Just being aware if you're too far this way, as an example, okay? Too much weight is this way. I'm not centered, alrighty? So we want a solid stance in our Warrior Two. Let's inhale, take the arms out. Good. And your focus is forward. So we have a turn in the neck, so a little twist in the neck there. Looking forward past the right hand. Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana II. Okay, he's been created to do something, and he's getting ready for, let's say, battle of some sort, okay? And this is Virabhadra getting ready. He's determined, he knows where he's going, forward. Okay? Coming out of the pose, back hand comes up and around, turn, bring the hands to the floor, move your blocks if need be. Slide, right foot back, plank pose, complete your sequence. You can always skip these chaturangas if you want to. So thinking about Warrior Two as that readiness, being prepared. Here we go. Inhale, extend left leg into the sky. Hold, keep breathing, get longer. Strong hands, strong arms. The energy is moving right up to that lifted foot. Breathe in again. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the floor. Stay here, bring in the blocks. We're still breaking it down for now. Pushing into the blocks to lift, to extend spine. We want that length. Feel the weight in the back foot. We already established the balance. Equidistance. Your center is your spine. Hands to thigh. Rise up to 45 degrees. Still lengthening through spine. Feel even more rooted in the feet. Very important for our warriors. Reach out and up. Inhale. Keep rising. Interlace fingers, index fingers reaching or pointing towards the ceiling, and tip your gaze upward past the fingertips. Warrior One. Okay. Ashtanga style. A couple more breaths. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, open to your Warrior Two, turning to the side and adjusting the feet so you feel balance. Doesn't feel like you're going to wobble and fall over. Alrighty? We're going to relax the arms again, just bring them down to your hips so you can just check in with your centering. Okay? Even looking down, you can maybe check in, maybe your eyes can kind of tell you where your center is. Rooted and connected. Nice, long, tall torso. Let's go ahead and re-extend the arms parallel to the floor, turning your gaze to the front of the room or past your left hand. You're kind of looking at your middle finger. Okay? That's kind of where the gaze point is, or your drishti. Okay? Prepared. Okay? Ready. There's confidence in our Warrior Two, but there's also a sense of vulnerability because there's this completely opened body right here. And because it's uncertain what's ahead of us. So there's a little bit of uncertainty, so there's some vulnerability here. But we still are determined. Windmill, take the back hand up and around to the floor in front. Move your blocks, hands to the floor. Let's slide left foot back, plank pose. Complete your sequence. Meeting in downward facing dog. Virabhadrasana I and II. Let's do a little floor work. So gently bring your knees to the floor, sit back, then off to the side. We're going to sit down. You might want to use your strap for this next thing. We'll extend the legs. Basically, we're going to do a forward fold. You can do this without a strap, but a strap can come in handy if you'd like to use one. So if you are using a strap, let's just unravel it, get it around the feet. Some of the straps are a little longer than others, so you need to get them wrapped around the hands. And if you give a tug of the strap, you want to sit up tall. We always were trying to find length in the spine. We did that as we broke down that Warrior One. If you're not using a strap, you can just use hands or press hands into the floor to get that lift. Gaze is forward. Drishti is forward. All right, let's begin a gentle forward fold. Inhale, a little tug of the strap to get tall. Exhale, another tug of the strap to pull yourself forward, very lightly, gently, really not going too far. Leading with your heart, let's say. Forward a bit, hold. And just notice all these sensations. Even for me right here, I feel a significant stretch in my hamstrings because my legs are straight here. But you're welcome to go a little deeper. Now you can just continue using the strap to help you go down, but feel free here to bend your knees a lot if you need to, lower your chin, allowing your back to round, which just makes more space in the body, right? So you can fold a little deeper without harming self. Okay? You can also release the strap. Maybe you can reach your ankles or your toes if you'd like. Alrighty, so we're gonna be here for a bit, so take your time. This is really about breathing, allowing these sensations to work for you. Just nourishing the body with breath, calming the body with breath so that you're able to soften into the pose. Feel the release. Yes. Relying heavily on breath. Not worried about how low you get or how straight the legs are. Really still about the breath. Can you still remain calm wherever you are? A sense of ease and comfort. Forward fold is, I like to think of it as it's a bowing posture. You're bowing, but you're bowing to self, an honoring of self. You often hear me say, honor your body, take care of yourself in your practice, modify, those kinds of things. So it's in seated forward fold or standing forward fold, you're bowing to yourself, just honoring yourself. 3 more breaths. If you're holding on to your strap, just release the strap, free your hands, and reach forward past your toes. Then inhale, rise up, reaching for the ceiling. Once you're tall here, if the knees were bent, just straighten the legs, and then just try to reach up a little higher. So we have a nice capital L shape. Inhale, reach, and exhale, just bring your hands back down to the ground by your hips. This is just staff pose. Continue pushing into the ground to maintain that lengthened spine. And as you're able, roll the shoulders back, yes. Just have a nice heart opening right here. Gaze is forward. So this is staff pose. All right, soften the body. You can move your strap out of the way here. Okay. And then you press into the floor so you can lift your bum and scoot forward and then roll back. Make sure your strap is nearby. Hug the knees in. Add some movement here as it feels good. Whatever comes naturally to you. But I'll even suggest you circle the ankles one direction and then the other direction. Flex your feet and point your toes. Even wiggle your toes if you can. Just getting into the ankle joints and the feet. And then any other movement that would feel good. So you just did a forward fold, so we're going to do an opposing posture, and that's just a back bend. So let's do bridge. So you're going to set your feet on the ground, and just like you did with your hands in plank and down dog, firm connection to the floor, grounded. You even feel like you're standing in mountain pose, so the feet firmly on the floor. Breathe in. And exhale, lifting hips away from the floor. even just a little bit if you want. If you can grab a block, you can slide a block underneath you to sit on. Okay. Or just continue rising and just rise until you naturally stop. No need to force or push yourself any higher. Adjust where your feet are if you need to make a little bit more space for your back or your hips. You can certainly widen that stance if you'd like. And for a little extra stability up top, okay, you might rock your upper body left and right several times to get your arms and shoulders underneath you. That'll open the chest. And then bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees. And then press down, yes, into the ground with your triceps, your elbows, the backs of your shoulders. And that might help support the upper body as you're still lifting here. So a very dynamic pose. Okay, lots of energy produced in this opening posture. Just like Warrior II, there's kind of a similarity here. There's a vulnerability, there's an openness in the body. Okay, with the heart opening here. 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just wiggle your feet forward a little bit, extend your arms straight up into the air. That'll get the shoulders out from underneath you, and then just slowly make your way down to the ground. And extend the body, extend your legs out front, and your arms reaching behind you. A nice active stretch. Maybe flex the feet and then point your toes. Okay, and then you can relax the feet. Okay. All right. Bring your arms down to your side for a moment. So you'll be in Shavasana. So we're going to get into another pose lying on the floor here. You may need your strap. So if you can grab your strap. Hug your right knee into your body. That's it. Grab your strap and wrap the strap around the foot and extend this leg into the air. That's it. Good. We also want to activate the left leg. It's still on the floor, but maybe just a light flex of the foot. You don't have to force it, just a light flex, just so there's some good energy in that extended left leg and there's some support on that side. So here, kind of like our seated forward fold, we're getting another stretch in the hamstrings here. Now it's perfectly fine if the knee is bent, just as long as you feel a stretch, but you're not forcing that stretch. Just like the forward fold, you want to feel at ease. You can breathe deeply. Okay, in a way, you feel comfortable. You feel good. You feel okay. We're going to add a thing here. Just hold on to the strap with your right hand. Okay? Free the left hand and extend the left arm behind you if you can, reaching towards that back wall. So your left foot, maybe through the heel, is reaching for the front wall, and your left hand and your fingers are reaching for the back wall. So there's an extension. In opposite directions, there's also movement towards the ceiling with this right foot. And you feel grounded. So you're moving basically in 4 directions. Okay? If you were able to step outside of yourself, take a snapshot of your body in this position. 1 more breath. Feel the energy of the body. Just bring the left arm down by your side. We're going to bend the right knee so you can release the strap from the foot and bring that leg to the floor. Return to Shavasana. Return to Shavasana for a moment so you can feel that change in the body from an energized body with that leg extended. And now, that softness, the ease, perhaps mostly in that right leg, and hip and back. So just feel that softening. Good. And then the other side, whenever you're ready, take your time. Left knee, hug it in. Grab your strap. Let's get the strap around the foot. Extend the leg to your comfort level. It's okay if the leg is not perpendicular to the floor. If it's forward a bit or a lot, that's still fine. As long as you feel a light stretch, not forcing it. Let's energize the right side by flexing the foot. That's it. So you feel that groundedness, that support because of the energized body. Yes. With that leg extension, you really don't have to do much. You're getting the stretch. Yeah, you could encourage it. by sending the toes towards the back of the room. Okay, that'll be more of a stretch perhaps. But even just holding it up as you are is just enough for this pose. All right, hold on to the strap with your left hand. Free the right hand. Do the same thing, extend it behind you, and reach in these opposite directions. Feel flat on the earth. Feel the movement in opposite directions. And the movement towards the sky. So connection to all four directions in this pose. Take another snapshot of your body in this posture. Let's take 3 more breaths. After your third breath, start to relax. You might bring your arm down to your side, bend the left knee so you can remove the strap. And once again, you're just returning to Shavasana so you can feel that shift, that change in body sensation from that very active body to a body that's now in stillness with that release. And you might even take a breath in and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. So you really do feel that release and that relief. Good. Now we're getting ready to re-energize the body, so just kind of take note of how this feels right now, this ease. We're going to flip that light switch again. Let's hug both knees into chest. We're moving into boat. With an exhale, either rock your way up to seated, or a safer move might be rolling to your side and pressing yourself up to seated. Now you're very welcome to go right into your boat. I like to break it down just for my body. Okay, I like to sit, heels on the floor, knees bent, hold on to knees to help lift. We always want that extended spine. Yoga, as far as physicality, is a lot of hip work, there's a lot of spine work. Lengthened spine is usually the key. Even if you're rounded or doing a back bend, there's length. Okay, so I'm lifting up and I'm leaning back, engaging, just finding that the tension I want to create for my abs, and this feels fine for me. I can even stay like this, or finding center, finding balance. I'm walking my heels towards myself, leaning back just a little bit until I just find that sweet spot where I am balanced on my hips, my center, where the heels can just float off the floor without trying to pick up my feet. Okay? Knees can stay bent, or you can straighten the legs, even point your toes. Even play with this. Hold on to straight legs if you're trying this out. Free the hands. Hold on again. Okay, whatever you want to do. Just as long as you're breathing. Even feel free to breathe out of the mouth so you can feel the air leave belly to engage. We're moving here. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front or to the side, so you can unfold your legs and extend them back behind you. Plank. Let's hold here. Our original posture of strength here. Bend your knees, send hips to sky, a shortcut to down dog. All right, we're just going to flow through Warrior 1 and 2, just a regular series. You're welcome to use the blocks as we did earlier, but you don't have to. But remember what you were doing when you were using the blocks. We're extending spine. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Good. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Turn left heel to the floor. Find your center and balance. Use blocks if you'd like to help extend spine. Hinge from hips. That's it. Rising up. Exhale, open to your left. Warrior 2. Arms down to parallel. Adjust your feet. Find your center. That's when you're doing that kind of naturally, but now you have a reason. Like, oh, now I know why I'm doing that. Okay. Arms extended, looking out past right hand. Let's go into side angle since we're here. Reach forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms here. Reach down with the right hand, left hand reaching into the air. Now you choose the depth of this pose, meaning you don't have to touch the ground. You can if you'd like, or bring in a block, and that can act as your floor, or be up a little higher. Your straight right arm might be braced against the inner leg. You can even bring arm or hand to the top of the leg or the thigh, just as long as you feel open. Just think of you just took your warrior two and just tipped it sideways, that's all. And with a gentle turn of your head, look past your left hand, if you can. That's our drishti for this pose. Breathe in and exhale, turn your gaze towards the floor. Turn so you can bring your hands down to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, slide right foot back, plank pose, pause. Feel the re-lengthening of the body, realignment of the body. Take a shortcut to down dog. Good. Make your adjustments. Okay. Building a new relationship, perhaps, with our warrior poses. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, reaching long. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat, right heel to the floor, rooted and connected. Use blocks if you like, or just know that you're extending spine, so you're really hinging from hips, taking the back out of the equation. Exhale, turn to your right, arms come down to parallel. Find your centering with the adjustment of your feet. Yes. Nice and tall, arms parallel to the ground, focus is forward. Pass the left hand. Determined, prepared, ready to go. Side angle, follow the left arm forward. Rotate the arms here, reaching down, reaching up. Yes, hand or arm can stay up on the thigh. That's perfect. Straight arm could stay on the inner leg, bracing it. Or fingers might reach the ground or block. Beautiful pose, everybody. If one were to have a favorite pose, this is mine. This is my favorite pose, side angle pose. Gently turn head towards right hand, towards the ceiling. That's your drishti, or your gaze. In Ashtanga, Ashtanga is thought of as an uplifting practice. Uplifting practice. And so you're typically looking up. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, hands to the floor. Slide or pull left foot back to meet the other. You're still welcome to take a shortcut to down dog or complete that series. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Yes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just for a breath or two. I'm going to come back up to standing in a moment. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, inhale, extend through spine. There's that flat back, lengthening again. Exhale, fold. Holding here for a moment, just recognizing, again, that bowing and honoring of self. Shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees, lower hips, even extend spine here. And then the arms float out and up. Perfect, everybody. Reaching high, even look up if you're able. Exhale, look forward and bring arms down to parallel. Or down by your side. There we go. Nice. Shake it out. Okay. Very nice. So you can see why, or understand why I always say, shift weight back into the heels, bend your knees, lower your hips, and extend the spine. We want to get the back out of the equation so we don't pull with our backs. That's what we commonly do, especially when we're not doing yoga. Okay. We want to extend and use that leg strength. Here. Okay. All these hinges that we've got in the body. Ready to stand up and fold forward. Okay, we're going for some balance. We're doing tree pose. All right, you're very welcome to come to a wall if you need a little extra support for your tree pose today. We are starting a mountain pose, rooted on 2 feet, balanced on 2 feet. Take a breath. Soften your knees, just making sure you're not locked in the knees. Soften, so there's breathing space, yes? Start shifting weight into your right foot, root and connect. You're going to inhale, get tall. There's our lengthened spine again. Exhale, pull belly in. That secures the lengthened spine and gives us power and energy ready for balance. Picking up left foot, flexing the foot, thighs parallel to the floor, and start swinging it out until it naturally stops. It could be here, and that'd be perfect. That's fine. Maybe a little bit more if it can. Then we're placing foot on the inside of the standing leg, high on inner thigh if you can, or at calf level, or use the floor, toes on the floor. As you're able, just be aware, if your foot is on the knee, slide it down away from the knee, or pull it up away from the knees. We're not putting any pressure into the joint. Now, inhale, extend your arms up into the sky, reaching, lengthening. Think of your warrior one, how that active reaching sensation. Yes, as if you were rising from the earth, okay? Tree and warrior one are related. You're rooted into the ground. The tree grows from a seed. Beginnings, yes. Keep the arms extended. We're swinging left knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground so you're rebalanced. Arms come back down to your side. Good. Shake it out. Let it go. It's like when I have you shake it out after you finish a pose, it's like what you did earlier. I had you just lie down in Shavasana. It's like you're done. Let it go. In the past. Done. Okay? Starting fresh, starting new, growing new seed. Plant the feet balanced, soften the knees. Start shifting weight into left foot, root. Connect. Inhale, grow, lengthen spine, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage your core like boat, lifting right foot, bending the knee, yes? Swinging that knee out until it naturally stops. It might be here. Placing foot on inner leg, high, medium, or low. Just avoid the knee. You can even hold it there with your hand, that's fine. Inhale, extend your arms into the air. Continue the feeling of that tree growing from the earth. Use the ground if you need to. The toes can be on the floor. Your gaze is forward. Drishti is forward, but since a lot of you are looking at a blank wall, drop your eyes so you can see something like the baseboard or the outlet or the yoga mat in front of you. There's your tree. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's keep the arms extended. Let's swing right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Yes, plant the foot into the ground. Rebalance on 2 feet. Arms return down to your side. You're done with it. Shake it out. Let it go. That's why I keep the door open. Okay, there's out the door. Very nice. Alrighty. Carefully get your blocks. This requires bending over. Okay. So be mindful of how you bend over to get your blocks. Or squat. Okay. So you're using your legs and not your back. Okay. You're gonna bring your blocks to the top of the mat here. Okay. Something like this. Level 3 in front of your mat. Okay. We're making our way to Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is a balancing pose, like tree, okay? But it's a warrior. And we're balanced. Since we're balancing, we're going to be using the blocks to bring the floor closer to us, using that as stability, but you're also welcome to use the wall, okay? Because as we get into the warrior, it could be something like this. Standing tall, I'm just kind of walking down the wall with my hands and then lifting the foot. This could even be your Warrior 3. Okay? It could be even lower, just depending on how your hips work. Okay? Things like this. So this could be your pose, but if you want to use the wall, but we're going to use the blocks here as well. So follow me. Standing near the top of your mat, nice and tall. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Bend the knees, hips back, long spine. Fold. Natural curve of the spine. Inhale, slide hands to shins or knees, rise up halfway. Hold, look at your blocks. If you're not close enough to your blocks, step forward and then bring your hands down to the blocks. Lean into the blocks, rely on the blocks. Keep the knees soft, shift weight into your right foot. Make sure it's planted. Okay, you're going to sweep or brush your left foot back until it leaves the ground and lifts into the air. Activate the foot by flexing the foot or point your toes. If your elbows are bent, push into the blocks so your arms are straight. Okay? And as you do that, you're extending the spine, trying to come forward. Now, we may not be quite parallel to the floor, so if you're able, come up onto your fingertips on the blocks so you are a little bit more parallel to the floor. And even shifting the weight back a little bit so you're more balanced on your right foot. Now you can stay just like this or extend one arm forward. Choose an arm. I'm going to suggest your right arm. Okay, since your left leg is in the air, extend your right arm forward. You can do either arm, however. Stay there, or if you're able, take both arms forward. That's Warrior 3. Okay, extending both arms forward, gaze is down at the ground. Let's bring hands down to the blocks.
Stay here, but bring the left knee, bend the left knee, bring it in towards your chin, rounding the spine. Hold for a second, feel like you're doing cat pose, and then set the foot onto the floor. Find that balance on the feet. Release the blocks, bring hands to shins or ankles. Inhale, slide up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now the back is round, right? So we're standing up. Shift weight into the heels. Bend your knees, lower hips. As you start to lift, you're extending spine. Then arms out and up. The legs do the work as you stand up tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down to your side to finish. Shake it out. Throw it out the door. Okay? So that's Warrior 3. Warrior 3. We've got 1 and 2 so far. So our growing warrior, the creation of the warrior prepared, ready to go. Okay? Warrior 3 is that movement, the warrior in motion, charging forward, determined, okay? Action, think of action, movement, okay? That's Warrior 3. Other side. Inhale, sweep arms into the sky. Exhale, swan dive, bent knees to keep that elongated spine until your spine naturally rounds and curves. Inhale, slide hands to shins. There's our monkey. Hold here. Look at your blocks, hands to blocks. Rely on the blocks. Just lean into the blocks. Make sure the knees are soft. Shift weight into left foot. Connect, root. Sweep your right foot back until it leaves the ground and lifts into the air. Activate the foot. Flex it or point the toes. It'll just keep the leg active. If your elbows are bent, push into the blocks to straighten your arms. That'll help you to extend your spine. Then rise to fingertips on your blocks as you're able, so you're more parallel to the floor. Yes. And you're also balancing more on that left foot. Stay here or extend right arm forward or the other one or both. Other positions, you can actually take your arms out to the side, like Warrior 2 or airplane wings, or reach arms behind you, towards the wall behind you. Or bring hand or 2 hands to thigh. Yes, because if you push into thigh, just like you pushed into the blocks, you extend spine, helping that balance. All right, let's bring hands back down to the blocks. Let's do that cat pose in the air by bringing the right knee in, rounded back body, foot to the floor. Rebalance. Hands to ankles. Monkey pose, that's our halfway lift. We're going through a flow here. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. I think another related pose is hero pose. So come to hero. Bring your knees to the floor and sit back as you're able into hero. If this is uncomfortable, use some cushioning for your knees or on your underside here, or don't sit like this at all if that's too much for the knees here today. But hero, I think there's a nice relationship as far as the word is concerned to our warriors. But a lot of our seated postures, they're devoted to gurus or teachers, sages of the yoga practice or yoga philosophy. And so usually sitting up tall, right? And that's just our devotion and our honoring of those teachers. And so you're the teacher, your own teacher. Okay, so you're just sitting up proud in your own seat. Yeah. Asana, just by the way, asana, we say it means pose, and it does, but literally it means to sit. Asana means to sit, okay? So when you come to a pose, you're sitting in your pose. You're arriving in your posture. Sit, be present, okay? So our flow, next flow, we're gonna fly into that Warrior 3, okay? Really take action and move. I'm gonna take my right leg up in this case as an example, send right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to high lunge this time. See how my body is way forward. There's no way I can come up into a lunge from here. I need to shift back, find my center, right there. Heel stays lifted, but my heel feels like it's moving back, so I can extend spine. I can even bring in blocks again, bloop, right there. I use sound effects when I teach yoga, extending here, so I can easily float and hinge my way up, right there. Now, We're going to hinge forward. Use this back leg, knee and toes, and launch into Warrior III. Use a wall or just come right down to the blocks, okay? As you take that launch. Alrighty? Okay, so you can have your blocks up top there, downward facing dog. We'll take that flow. So we're really feeling that warrior take action, movement forward. So if there's something in your life right now where maybe you're ready, maybe you're prepared, you're that warrior too, ready to go, let's do this. Okay, launch, take flight. Inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat behind right hand. Left heel stays lifted. Notice how your body came forward. Shift back to find your center. So you can hinge your way up. Maybe use blocks to find that extension of spine. Otherwise, come up. Yes, there it is. Very similar to Warrior One, okay? Yeah, we just have that back heel lifted. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. Hold there for a moment. You're just finding length in the body. You're going to maybe bend that back knee, use the toes, and push so you can launch yourself forward into your Warrior III. Hands forward or use the blocks. Perfect. All correct. Yes. Very active in the arms, the back lifted leg, even the foot you're standing on. Go ahead and bring hands down to your block. Do that cat pose again. Knee to chest. Let's set the foot down, rebalance, hands on ankles. Halfway lift, extend spine, back to the ground. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back plank, finish your sequence. Meeting in down dog again. There we are. Inhale, extend left leg up, reaching long. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat, finding your center, hinging from hips. Yeah, climb up the leg, hands on thigh can really help to find that extension of spine and then float the arms into the sky. Focus is forward here if your eyes are open. Hopefully they are open. Okay. Okay. 45-degree angle, hinge forward, stay there. Okay. Okay. Shifting forward, launch by pushing off those back toes, maybe with an exhale to give you that power. That's your fuel. To fly forward into your Warrior III. Use your thigh for balance. Use the blocks for balance if you need them. It's all correct. Beautifully done. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Finish your sequence. Ooh, got a tickle. Come to hero pose one more time. We're going to do that Warrior III launch again. We're just going to pick up the pace so you can really feel that fluidity and that flight. I'm going to do my left side. You might lean back a little bit to give you that launch. Other variations, arms out to the side or back or hands on thigh. Pushing into thigh helps you extend spine. Active foot back here. Finishing, okay? So just making that flow as we come up, launch, okay? Downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Right foot to the top of the mat. It's high lunge. You know what to do to get you there. Finding that center and balance. Rise up. Exhale, launch. Good. Hands to block. Left knee pull in towards chest. Foot to the floor. Hands to ankles. Halfway lift. Fold hands to the ground. Hop back. Plank. Finish the sequence. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. You're flowing. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Keep going. Launch. Hands to blocks. Right knee comes in. Set the foot down. Hands to ankles. Halfway lift. Fold hands to the floor. Float back. Finish your flow. Meet in down dog. Then come to child's pose. So again, moving from that very active body, that body in motion, taking action, moving forward, to a body in stillness. Return to ease. We started from the earth, warrior, produced from the ground, from the earth. Found that balance when we were warrior 2, grounded, that equidistance from our center. Warrior 3, taking flight, but still in balance, balancing on one foot, rooted into the ground. And returning to the ground here, child. Two more breaths. Actually, stay here. I'm just thinking of one more thing that you can really use this pose to do. Not only is it a nice resting pose, but I mean, think about that warrior and what that warrior is out there doing. What are you doing out in the world? And if you're gathering a lot of stuff, and stuff sometimes that doesn't even belong to you, energy that's not even yours, how do you release it? And where does it go? Child's pose. Release it into the earth. Exhale it into the ground. Even scream it into the air. Now 2 more breaths. Then slowly rise to hero. Sit off to the side, swing the legs around to the front. Scoot forward. Find the center of your mat. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. Hug your knees in. Add movement again. Check it with feet. For the next little bit, this is your practice. A closing series of choice here. So really just moving into postures or positions that would feel good to you. Whatever comes naturally to you. So not really thinking about it. Just feel into it. Just remember what you were feeling at the beginning of your practice, what your body was telling you and what it needed today. Some ideas here, maybe some hip openers, happy baby pose, reclining pigeon pose, reclining cobbler's pose, spinal twists, inversions, legs in the air, shoulders stand, back bends, bridge, wheel. Just feel into the pose. Listen to your body. Honor your body. Good. Take your time.
Whenever you feel complete with these added movements, this closure of your moving practice, find stillness, complete stillness. That could be Shavasana or any other restorative position that allows you to release completely. Our moving practice is yan. It's a moving, energetic, muscle engaging philosophy or idea. Now we're finding yin, stillness, disengagement, letting go, stillness. We need both for balance. Yin and yang, yin and yang. You're all warriors out there in the world. And warriors need their rest. Stay right where you are. No need to move. Just return to your breath. Be mindful of your breathing. It's very common for the mind to wander. Very natural. In order to come back to this moment, return to the present moment, return to you, just take a deep breath. And once again, return to the awareness of your breath. And with this awareness, take 5 slow, deep breaths. Deep return to self. Deep return to self. Acknowledging your practice. Tuning in to the warrior within you. Acknowledging any beginnings and starting points in your life right now. Perhaps a sense of readiness, preparedness, motivation. And taking action, moving. All with a sense of ease and balance, supported by strength, endurance, power. Start to feel movement return to your body. That movement might start deep within you initially. And with each breath, just continue to breathe. Just feel that energy resonate outward, moving to the external body. When you feel ready to move, carefully roll to one side of your body Just pausing here in this nurturing pose, and carefully rising to seated. Sitting up tall and proud. And one last movement together. Inhale, extend arms out and up. Exhale, palms together and down to your heart. Take one more breath. And as we come to the close of our practice, we bow saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.